little bit, but the license plate recognition is purely for license plate recognition only. That's why you only need pictures. The DVR integration is, for example, if somebody stole your car and drove into the White House and blew up the building, you don't want to get caught, right? Because somebody stole your car. With the DVR integration, it will show the videos. Maybe the other video is looking at the driver. So when you click on that license plate, you will bring up the person who stole your car, who drove into the premise. So it's not. So it really depends on your application. But the license plate is solely for recognition and database management.
So basically, the LPR can work standalone without it.
But the PIP is only doing a database capture of, I borrow his car and I drive in there, his picture's going to show up. That's what you're saying. It's coming out of the database.
Yeah, the PIP is for live video actually. It's for if you have someone at the booth that's monitoring the parking structure or the parking entrance, then he can compare if you have a building, like that picture right there, person's face, and then compare it with yours. Then the
So it's going to pick up both the license plate and
picture. Yes.
The PIP is recorded on the DVR.
So the picture on the right you see, that's the profile picture.
Right.
That's the
preloaded
image of the car. But the picture on top right-hand corner of the smaller box, that's the actual person driving the car. So that's how you do the comparison.
So it'll see me driving his car.
Yes.
Right.
And that's not preloaded.
No.
We want to take some snapshot to anyone has this question. We can take some snapshot from our installation side and email to you. That will be much more clear from the scene.
Very stupid question. What if two people are authorized to drive the same car? Which is popular.
Okay.
Only one. For the profile, there's only one person per car.
Yeah, those are the stupid question.
Well, you can take the picture with your friend, and then you show up with you and your friend. Let's not do that.
Well, if you're looking at the license plate, how are you getting a snapshot of the driver?
The driver is not. We don't take snapshot of the driver. The driver, the picture-in-picture is only an added.
That's another camera.
Yeah, you only
Okay.
add one more camera, and you are integrating with a DVR.
So at that point, you need the DVR, just have to license plate recognition.
You need both.
I think you finally got there.
We'll let the sale.
So you're saying the picture-in-picture will only work with DVR?
The picture-in-picture, if you integrate with a DVR, then you
That's
can call back your.
picture. Right.
Well, if you just put in camera right there, and it's not recording, of course you can get live view, but if there's something wrong, if there is a discrepancy of what happened, then you can't bring up any videos. But for live monitoring, yes, it helps. You don't need a DVR.
The biggest problem in this country is, one, because of our freedom, we don't understand we're going to have to give something up for
Okay.
security. You go to Europe and you go to Asia, it's a totally different market. And the whole thing is in marketing to people, they don't really even know what they want. A few years ago when I first met you, the banks weren't even registering out to the police departments. They were going to ADT and they couldn't verify that there was an actual robbery. They were putting them in the vault. The bank themselves weren't doing it. And it's because we don't want to give up that freedom. But now we're getting to the points more and more. You've got it down in Washington, D.C. We had that incident we all know about. Think about the gunshot recognition on that 14-year-old kid. 5 years ago, there would have been such an outcry about loss of your rights and everything else that our country is starting to come together and understanding it more. But it's all like this gentleman said here. It's in the presentation. Do you want to do what you're telling me you want to do? Yes. You want to do it the Kmart way, or you want to do it where you're going to give the disc to the cop or the FBI, and they're going to be able to find out what they're doing. This car recognition thing is fantastic. It works well all over the world, except here in the United States. God forbid we don't want to catch the burglar at the right time because of the mother or the son.
Stan, any other question?
So you can have 4 of these on
Up to 4 on a
Up to 8 if you're using I/O sensor. If you're not using I/O sensor, then you need 4.
So the LPR kit, without the DVR, consists of the camera and software.
Camera and software, yes. So if you do not consider DVR, and just take a look at this one. This one with the interface.
We have a model that for a patrol vehicle for going through at nighttime apartment buildings, et cetera, for picking up the plates.
Yeah, then you would use the DSP. So you have a camera in your car, and then this hooked up maybe to the back of your car, and it would keep taking snapshot
As you drive
as
along.
you drive by, and then all that information will store onto an SD card.
And then what do you use the SD card at?
Yeah.
That's a good question. You can either feed it to the LPR center or to the PC-based
So
LPR.
can you feed that video from the SD card into the software, or, I mean, how's it organized?
Yeah.
This one has to do with LPR. This one, LPR DSPs has to be co-worked with the LPR center. So
They're asking if you have integration, if you can feed that license plate to other software, not yours, some other integration so they can detect immediately if that is a license plate that the police has to handle or something.
The officers can actually feed it into.
export recognition.
You can export,
Definitely.
that's what he does.
You can do that, I believe, live into the National Crime Agency also, so it's actually picking up. Typically, what the officers will do is they'll call for a black and white, which may be an undercover convoy. Once they identify the car, then they call for backup when they come in.
So what's being placed on the SD card? Is it the snapshot or the license plate?
The snapshot with the license plate number. So this DSP is already doing the recognition on itself. You don't, so you don't have to feed the pictures to an LPR to
Okay,
make
so
it
then
recognize.
it's always the picture and the license plate.
Yes.
I believe in our area, we have this department, actually, the car drives in, it's wireless, and then it goes through the door, it's transferred, so now they wired and transmits all this video. That's right.
I'm not sure if it will support wireless connection right now because this hasn't been released yet. But if it does, yes, it will do what you're trying to do. When it enters into a hotspot of the police station, it will automatically upload all the information. Okay, next I'm going to show you some of the new features in 8.2. The first one is new format. We're coming out with new H.264 version. It will use 30% smaller in size than the previous H.264, and of course the advantage that you can think of is that you can have longer recording and then also less bandwidth. And if I just put these into numbers, if you record 1 month worth of video on 500 gigabytes with MPEG 4, if you use the new H.264 V2, you can record up to 2 months of videos on the same 500 gigabyte hard drive. So basically, with this, you're going to double your hard drive size. And then second is the denoise function. This is what a normal picture would look like, or a picture that's taken under a good condition would look like. But during nighttime or bad weather, you're going to get a lot of noise. So what we did is that we offer 2 features called noise tolerance and noise detection. So if you're using a motion detection mode, recording mode, our system will know that these noise are not motion. So it will help reduce your motion, false motion detection, and also save your storage because the system will know these are just noise and not motion, so it won't start recording